he's 39 years old. This is officially his 6th World Cup appearance. And right now, as you're watching this explainer, Lionel Messi and Argentina are stepping onto the pitch for a tournament that is, without a doubt, the biggest, wildest thing world football has ever seen. We're talking 48 teams, 3 massive host nations, and a staggering 104 matches. Welcome to the explainer, guys. I am absolutely pumped to have you here because we are about to break down a true seismic shift in the world's most popular sport. If you want to understand exactly how this massive new format actually works, who's playing who, and what is really at stake for the absolute greatest players of our generation, well, you are in exactly the right place.
So the question echoing through literally every stadium and sports bar right now, is this really it? The emotional stakes here are absolutely off the charts. You've got this legendary figure carrying the immense weight of defending a world championship, stepping under those bright global lights for what is almost certainly his last dance. But to truly get what Messi has to go through to lift that trophy again, we've got to understand the massive, game-changing tweaks to the tournament itself. Because let me tell you, this is definitely not the World Cup format you grew up with.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Part 1, a historic 48-team expansion.
48. That is the magic number. The whole structure of the tournament has been totally rewritten. For the very first time in the sport's history, the World Cup has ballooned from 32 teams up to 48. What you really need to take away from this is that we are throwing 16 totally new nations into the mix. That means 16 brand new fan bases bringing the noise, entirely new tactical clashes, and honestly prime real estate for massive upsets. It makes the group stages incredibly unpredictable, pulling in countries that have literally waited decades just for a shot at this spotlight.
And obviously, more teams means a massive, massive surge in the schedule. 104 total matches. Just let that sink in for a second. 104. These games are bouncing across 16 different cities spanning the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The logistical puzzle is just mind-boggling. But for us fans, it is an absolute, unprecedented feast of constant, high-stakes football.
Now, to physically fit all of that in, the tournament now stretches out across 39 days, kicking off June 11th and running all the way to a blockbuster final on July 19th, making this officially the longest World Cup ever held, period. It turns the whole tournament from a sprint right into an absolute marathon. We're talking squad depth, injury management, and sheer physical endurance being tested like never, ever before.
But here is the absolute game changer, the massive twist. Because of the expansion to 12 groups of 4, it's no longer just the top 2 teams moving on. Nope, the 8 best third-place teams also punch their ticket to the knockout rounds. This is huge. Basically, a rough start or, just an unlucky opening match doesn't instantly nuke your World Cup dreams anymore. It literally keeps the drama alive for almost every single team right down to the dying seconds of their last group stage game.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this all shakes out. Part 2, breaking down the 12 groups.
So when you draw 48 names out of a hat, you get 12 absolutely loaded groups. Looking at this first block, Group A brings us Mexico, South Africa, Korea Republic, and Czechia. Mexico's opening the tournament on home soil, and you just know the pressure to deliver for that electric crowd is going to be insane. Bouncing over to Group C, we've got a super fascinating mix with Brazil drawn right next to Morocco. And hey, let's not forget Morocco absolutely shocked the world by surging to the semis back in Qatar. Then, in Group D, co-host United States is locked in with Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. The US squad is going to feel that intense home crowd heat right out of the gate, for sure.
Keeping that momentum rolling right through the middle of the draw. Group E gives us Germany looking to reassert that classic historical dominance against Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Group F has the Netherlands and Japan, which is going to be a blast, but honestly, I really need you to focus on Group H. Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Spain is walking into this group as a heavy, heavy favorite after just tearing through the Euros. They're a squad practically built in a lab for this kind of grueling 39-day grind.
Rounding out the rest of the board, Group I is where we find France. The 2022 runners-up are stepping on the pitch with Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. And trust me, France is out for pure redemption. Group L is bringing a really tough European vibe with England and Croatia. But wait, I completely skipped over 2 groups, didn't I? Yeah, that was on purpose. Because to really grasp the heart and soul of this World Cup, we've got to do a deep dive into Group J and Group K.
Part 3, Messi and Ronaldo's last stand.
All right, we've talked about the math, the crazy format, the sheer massive scale of the whole thing. But look, football,
It's about the players, the legends, the pure emotion on the pitch. And right now, we are witnessing the final curtain call for the defining icons of modern football. Take a look at Group J: Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Now, I know there was a massive wave of panic recently when Messi tweaked his hamstring in an MLS match just weeks before the tournament. Literally, the entire football world held its breath. But hey, good news, medical reports confirmed it was just muscle fatigue. Nothing serious. He is here. He is officially on the squad, and he is playing. Argentina opens their campaign against Algeria, then Austria, and finally Jordan. And you better believe every single time that man touches the ball, history is watching.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer poetic nature of this tournament. Because while Messi is navigating Group J, Cristiano Ronaldo is running an almost parallel final World Cup journey right next door in Group K. He's with Portugal taking on DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. Two of the absolute greatest players of the 21st century. Two lifelong rivals who have entirely defined a generation of football, sharing the world stage one last time. I mean, come on, you literally cannot write a better script than this.
So, what are the overarching historical stakes here? Like, can Argentina actually pull off the impossible? Look, winning World Cup is already a monumental, legendary achievement. But defending it? That is almost mythical territory. If they pull this off, they become back-to-back champions for the first time since Brazil did it way back in 1962. It would permanently cement this Argentina squad and Messi's legacy in a way that's honestly hard to even put into words.
But they've got a much wider field to conquer this time around. Remember that 48-team format we broke down earlier? Yeah, that practically guarantees chaos. The sheer size of this tournament really begs the question, are we going to see way more shocking Cinderella runs? I mean, when you look at teams like Morocco, who already proved they can giant kill with the best of them, or total wildcards like Cape Verde and Jordan, that expanded group stage and the forgiving third place rule means a door is completely wide open for an underdog to just catch fire and shock the world.
Which really brings us to our final lingering question. After 39 days, 104 matches, and millions of miles traveled, how does this story actually end? Does the expanded format prove just way too grueling? Do the young upstarts steal the show from the veterans? Or does Lionel Messi conquer it all and lift that golden trophy one final time? Or does it end in total heartbreak? I really want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below with your predictions. Who is surviving this marathon? Thank you so much for joining me for this breakdown. If you found this explainer helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives into all the tactics and matchups of this historic tournament. Keep learning, keep watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.